can't take them on my own, Oh, I'm not the one, you know, I have killed a man and all I know is...
Hey YouTubers, how's it going? Today I thought I'd show a new video of a new shipment of two different, well, I suppose, in general, it is a animal I've never worked with before. I have yet to work with this animal up until last weekend, where I started working with one species, which I hope is a certain species versus another species, and I'll explain that later. Otherwise, the shipment was from LLLReptile, and out of all of my past 10 years of ordering reptiles, fish, yada yada, this is the best experience I have ever had from any distributor in the past. This is the best experience. The box arrived, let's see, I ordered it yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I ordered it yesterday at about like 2 o'clock in the morning because I was awake. And they emailed me, notified me that I had made the purchase. I gave them a call just because I didn't want to wait for them to say, hey, we're ready to ship them out. Instead, I gave them a call to confirm that they would ship out later on in the day, so they would arrive for today, for Friday. And they said that wouldn't be a problem. It's all set. They'll be headed out. Later on in the evening, the lady, one of the people, there's many people that work there, had contacted me and said, hey, this one kind of has a bruise on its tail. Do you still want it? Otherwise, we can just cancel that part of the order. I'll send you a picture as well. Is this your email? Okay, here comes the picture. I've never had that kind of experience before with any kind of distributor where a person's willing to tell you, hey, this animal has a defect, this is what it looks like, are you okay with that before we send it out and do anything? Perfect, that's amazing. I could not even believe it. I was so shocked to have this experience that with everything I've had so far with Rockabirdy reptiles, Switzer reptiles, underground reptiles, this has been straight through communication, perfect, everything. Every single time I send an email to them, they reply within hours. And underground reptiles, once again, I emailed them for my next display animal. I have yet to hear a response, and that was last night. You kind of suck at customer service. LLLReptile is one of those things where they've got multiple people working there as far as customer service goes, but every single one of them was very polite, willing to help out. They know what they're talking about. They know all the different distributor kind of questions. One lady didn't really have a clue what she was talking about, but otherwise, out of the other 3 that I had spoken with, they all had exact information and knew right on the spot what I needed to know. So yeah, sent the package out Thursday night to arrive today. The packaging was so well insulated. I have never seen anything so insulated my entire life before. You're talking about peanuts. Yeah, I'll show the picture. You're talking about shipping or packing peanuts. The containers were taped shut. Inside of the containers was, I think it's just cloth, like regular paper towel, and on top of that was like shredded paper on top of them to make more of a kind of a packed insulation there, I guess. So, I mean, it was just so well packed and well put together. There was no issues in general, as long as the box was kept upright, that they were going to die because of shipping issues. So, unless they were being cooked or something like that. Otherwise, it was perfect. I asked for a male-female and a male-female, and I got a male-female and a male-female. So, awesome. Pretty happy about that. So, let's drop the big bomb here. A species I have yet to work with and have never worked with before in the past, well, 18 years, I guess, that I've been working with animals. Scorpions. Yep, maybe some of you are upset about it, maybe some of you are not upset about it, maybe some of you are interested in now subscribing because you're learning about scorpions. Not really learning, it's more of a, I'm going to show you my scorpions. On the last weekend I purchased one, just to see, let's just try it out. Let's just see how they are, let's see how I like them. I was always a fan of bugs when I was a kid, probably when I was about, I don't know, well, all the way up until I was about 10. I used to go out and collect bugs, different kind of beetles and spiders, and, you know, just research and figure out what they were and what species, what Latin name, and where they came from and why they were there and what they ate and yada yada. I did all that as a kid, and I just kind of stopped the whole thing after I turned 10. I kept my first gecko, and I just never really looked back on bugs. So scorpions was a thing I kind of backed away from because everyone goes, oh, scorpions, creepy crawlies, big spines and big claws and stings you, and try it out. Why not? I mean, it's just one of those things where if you don't try it, you don't really know if you like the animal at all. So I have, hopefully, 3 different species, maybe just 2, but I'm assuming 3. So we'll see how that works out. I'm going to get some other opinions on it, maybe your opinions if you want to comment below on what one of them is. Otherwise, that's kind of what I have. An update will be done on the reptile room when I get my next display animal, which, when that'll be, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever hear from Underground Reptiles again, so that was kind of where I was hoping to get it from, so we'll see. We'll see how that all works out. Otherwise, let's get started on the scorpions. Maybe we'll make a little bit of a feeding moment or two. I know one will eat for sure for you guys. Let's just shut up and start looking. Alright. Alright, so the first one is pretty... Alrighty, first on the list, if you can't already tell, these are going to be the Dune Scorpions. These guys are actually more of a kind of desert type of species. Very quick, very agile. It's kind of more of the, what I would kind of see as an expected species of scorpion, just because it's got more of that yellow look to it, that more western kind of look to it. Usually when you're watching movies, these are the guys that kind of walk around and pop out. So these are the Dunes. They're a little bit smaller compared to the last ones. These are also the pair I got from LLLReptile. You know, I really don't want you crawling around the house. These are the two I got from LLLReptile. Here's the male, who's got the little battle wound on the end of his tail, which I honestly, it's not too big of a deal to me. It's not like I'm trying to fight them or anything. It's just keeping them for probably breeding reasons. Here's the female. She is, well, at least chunky, assuming she's holding babies. It could be molting from what I also have learned, I guess. So hopefully it's actually babies. So we'll see. How far in she is, I don't know. I don't exactly know how long they're exactly, or how long they hold their babies for. I know the gestation period for emperor scorpions is usually about 75 days. So hopefully these guys is a little bit sooner, but I don't exactly know, because once again, this is my first time keeping scorpions. So these are the Dunes, and I got the cricket in there. They have not eaten yet, and I'm not going to force them to, but I'll just put back their little rocks. Ooh. Unless he wants to eat now. Oh. Guess not. Just doesn't like the sound of that rock. So, once again, first time ever keeping scorpions. Well, other than the last weekend, obviously, because I had to get the one, but I'll show you him later. So, we'll also Dune Scorpions. So, and I'm going to pause the video and pull out the next two. Alright, next up, these are true Emperor Scorpions. I got a pair of these just because they are now banned from being imported. You can no longer find these guys being brought in from any other country. It's kind of sad to say I don't know where they're from. I'd like to say South America, but I could be wrong. They are obviously eating. Oh, he's got a cricket in his mouth. But the female's kind of not ready yet. She did try. That's the male up front. The female's down here. I'm not really going to bug her, but she's got a stomach full of eggs as well. As you can kind of see there. Emperor scorpions are very well known for being a little bit more handleable because of their large size. It's also a species that isn't too hot of a, well, it's not too warm of a species, so hence the reason they're not exactly very venomous or poisonous. I think it's poisonous. Once again, complete and total noob on scorpions, but this is my first try. This is not a permanent home for them. I will be setting up 10-gallon tanks. I've got a rack on the way from actually work that we found at a warehouse that was abandoned, and we're going to take it because they want the stuff out of there, so either A, it's garbage, or B, it's at my house. So, it's going to be at my house, and I'm going to have a rack for 10 gallons, and that's where these guys will hopefully be going. So I'll get them all set up in their own little cage. So. Otherwise, it's male, it's a female. Gestation period, like I said before, is about 75 days. Male is eating, female is not yet. And they're banned from being imported, so I kind of jumped on my last chance of getting a pair just because there's not a lot of people out there breeding them. You'd think after how many years, probably about 20 years, 15, 20 years of keeping emperor scorpions and having them brought into the United States, that you think someone would actually breed them. But no one wants to because of how long it takes for them to actually give birth. So. And that's the Emperor Scorpions. Alright, I'll pull out the last scorpion.
Alright, last but certainly not least is this little prick. He is, or was sold to me as an emperor scorpion. Obviously he did not like his food. God, you know, you're just a pissy little bugger. Hey, you want that? There you go. Eat it. Yeah. It's good for you. That's what you do with that. This was sold to me as an emperor scorpion, which obviously I am completely against, because if you can tell, he's a jumpy mother trucker and he does not care what's in his way. He's like a karate scorpion. Hey, look at that. Look at you. For this reason, I believe he is a Cavamanus, if I'm saying that right. Also known as the red claw scorpion. He's got more of a brown coloration to him. His claws are definitely a little bit brighter red. He just doesn't have that dark, distinctive black pattern that you usually see in an emperor. Usually the fight back on it is that he's molting. Usually emperors get a dark brown kind of coloration to them when they're ready to molt, but I've just never seen an emperor this aggressive in all my experience, I guess, in the past. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's my lack of experience, maybe I'm completely wrong and he's going to molt on me and he'll look exactly like an emperor. I don't know, but he's very, very, very aggressive and does not care and will eat anything and touch anything he wants. So, for that reason, if you think he's an emperor, obviously right now on the camera it doesn't look too bad. You can see a little bit right now in his claws, you can see the red showing up over here and over here. But otherwise his brown is just like his body is just like a chocolate brown. But very, very aggressive, and I can see his tip is actually, I don't even think I can get that on the camera. No, not really. Oh, you can kind of see the glisten. He's got a little drip of poison, I believe it is, sticking on the end of that, ready to stab me, which should be really fun. So, otherwise, that is the last scorpion. Very, very aggressive compared to the last two. Once again, leave comments below if you think it's a Cavamanus, also known as the red claw scorpion, or an emperor scorpion. I'm kind of looking towards people who know, I guess, know their bugs, know those scorpions. I've worked with them in the past, so don't expect any of the information I had was too informative. Once again, I've only kept a few species, and this is my first week keeping anything, so this was not one from LLLReptile. The emperor and the Dune Scorpions were both from LLLReptile, and as you can see, perfect, looking great, eating, doing well. So hopefully it stays that way. Very interesting little creatures. So otherwise, that's it. That's all I have, guys. That's the new arrivals for Friday. I hope you did enjoy the video. Leave comments below, like the video if you do like creepy crawlies. It's something new, something different to try out, I guess. How many different species I'll keep, I don't really know. I don't know if it's anything I'll stay on for very long. Maybe I'll just stay with what I have. But we'll definitely see. Expect an update on the reptile/fish room at some point in time, obviously, but I gotta wait for one more display reptile yet, so otherwise that's it. Leave comments below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.
Don't wanna call you in the nighttime, don't wanna give you all my pieces, don't wanna hand you all my trouble, don't wanna give you all my demons. You'll have to watch me struggle from several rooms away.